For the past couple of weeks, we have seen the devastating situation in America over the killing of an African American, George Floyd. And the people of the same community have erupted in protest all over the country because this is not the first time an incident like this has happened. So why is it happening again and again? Why was Emmett Till murdered? Why was Ahmaud Arbery killed? Why was Breonna Taylor gunned down in our own house? It is because we have our black brothers and sisters who are not seen as people. They are neglected, especially in American society. We have a long history of discrimination against the people with darker skin, especially in America.
Every white person in this room who would be happy to be treated as this society in general treats our citizens, our black citizens, if you as a white person would be happy to receive the same treatment that our black citizens do in this society, please stand. You didn't understand the directions. If you white folks want to be treated the way blacks are in this society, stand. Nobody's standing here. That says very plainly that you know what's happening. You know you don't want it for you. I want to know why you're so willing to accept it or to allow it to happen for others.
The problem is bigger than one policeman. The problem is way bigger than one individual. It has to do with the whole population who has been neglected by the governments, the police, the media, and us as individuals. This problem permeates throughout the world. We all have our own prejudices, but we need a system by which we can eliminate this disease from our hearts and minds. My brothers and sisters, Islam is the only way of life and a system which eradicates this concept of racism from our hearts and minds entirely. It teaches us the value of a human being is not found in the color of his skin, nor does it lie in how rich he is or how he looks, but it teaches us the value of a human being is in his good conduct and God consciousness. God tells us in the Quran, "O mankind, be conscious of your Lord, who created you from one soul and created from it its mate, and dispersed from them many men and women. And be conscious of God, through whom you ask one another, and do not cut ties of kinship from one another. Indeed, God is over you, a guardian and an observer." The very fact that we have been told that we have been created to worship only one God and that we originate from one male and female instills the idea of brotherhood and equality in our hearts. And it tells us that we're all the same. And if we go for Hajj, we see the practical example of this manifesting in front of our eyes. And it was at the same Hajj where Al-Hajj Malik al-Shabazz, also known as Malcolm X, said these beautiful words about his experience. America needs to understand Islam because this is one religion that erases from its society the race problem. Through my travels in the Muslim world, I have met, talked to, and even eaten with the people who in America would be considered as white. But the white attitude was removed from their minds by the religion of Islam. I have never before seen sincere and true brotherhood practiced by altogether irrespective of their color. And it was at the same Hajj where Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam delivered his final sermon, where he gathered the people and he gave the last message summarizing his whole mission. All mankind is from Adam and Eve. An Arab has no superiority over a non-Arab. A non-Arab has no superiority over an Arab. Also, a white has no superiority over the black, and a black has no superiority over the white, except by piety and good action. Learn that every Muslim is a brother to every other Muslim, and all the Muslims are constitute as one brotherhood. Islam is practical in everyday life, and it teaches us that we have to pray 5 times a day, ideally in congregation. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, when you pray in congregation, do not leave gaps between you and your brother. Put shoulder to shoulder and feet to feet. And if we go and observe a Muslim prayer, we can see the people from all backgrounds coming together, lined up and praying to only one God, where their race, their color, their status don't matter at all. We hope that justice is served to every individual who has been oppressed across the globe, and we hope that the world looks into Islam, which provides the ultimate solution to all these problems.